Hey, what's up guys? It's Movie Buff Beth back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you another haul from Hamilton Book. If you guys haven't checked out my first haul video from them, definitely make sure you go ahead and do that. But like I said in that video, I had already placed another order and it was on its way to me and it arrived yesterday, so I'm going to show you guys everything that I picked up. And I think I have even more than I had in the last haul video, so excited to show you guys everything that I grabbed. If you're not familiar with Hamilton Book, they're an awesome website where you can get great deals on Blu-rays. You know, a lot of stuff on their website is less than $10, which is awesome. I actually do have a DVD as well, but the rest of these are Blu-rays. I have a bunch of label stuff, lots of cool stuff to show you guys, so we'll just go ahead and dive right in. So we will go ahead and start with the lone DVD title that I picked up, and that is Mixed Nuts with Steve Martin. I've not heard too many good things about this film, but Steve Martin is awesome. He's hilarious. So I'm sure that this will at least be entertaining, one to add to the Christmas collection for sure. And it was very cheap. I think it was like $2 or $3, so excited to add it to the collection. So I'll kind of just go through some of the various releases, and then at the end I will show you some of the label pickups, most of which are from Olive Films, again, like the last video. First title we have here is Kill Game. Don't know too much about this one, but judging it by the cover, like I tend to do, it looks like a fun horror thriller movie, so happy to add it to the collection. Next one is a double feature from the awesome Mill Creek, and that is Nightwing and Shadow of the Hawk. Many of these I just basically go in blind and usually come out pretty satisfied. Again, especially because they are so cheap from Hamilton Book. But Nightwing, it is from 1979, and Shadow of the Hawk is from 1976. I love 70s films, so these definitely look right up my alley. And Mill Creek, they do some great work. You know, years back I would have never guessed that Mill Creek would have been one of the #1 labels to collect from for Blu-ray collectors, but they really have surprised me. They have done some great work in the last few years, and they put out a lot of great content, so excited to add this one. This next one just sounds absolutely ridiculous, absolutely bonkers. It sounds right up my alley. I love So Bad It's Good films, and this one looks to be one of those, and that is Nude Nuns with Big Guns. There's no way I could pass up on a movie with such a ridiculous title. Looks like a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys have seen this one. I picked up several titles from Drafthouse Films, which I'm excited about. I've kind of done this throughout the last several months with Hamilton Book, and Drafthouse has quite a few interesting titles in their filmography, so always happy to add these. And this one is Amira and Sam, which stars Martin Starr. He's an awesome actor. I like him in pretty much everything I've seen him in. And it also has Paul Wesley, so another familiar face in there. But yeah, excited about this one. And we got another Drafthouse Films here, and that is The Connection. This actually looks like a foreign film. I think it's a French film. So always excited to add a foreign film into the collection for sure. And this one looks interesting. Sorry I don't know too much about these titles, guys, but lots and lots of blind buys here. This next one is put out by Gravitas Ventures. I really do like this company, but often I pick up their titles from either Dollar Tree or Hamilton Book for very cheap. So sorry, Gravitas Ventures, that a lot of your titles are ending up in discount bins, but they do have some solid titles in their collection. And this one is The Appearance. Then we got a film with Wesley Snipes here. I don't really remember this one at all, but it was probably a fairly big release starring Wesley Snipes, and that is The Art of War. It's got the lovely first time on Blu-ray disc sticker on there, so it was probably a catalog release when it came out. Of course it was. It's an older film, but yeah, The Art of War with Wesley Snipes. This one has been on our Blu-ray upgrade list for a really long time, meaning we had it on DVD and we got rid of it with the intention of picking up the Blu-ray right away. But there's like 10 or 15 films that have just been on that list for years now since we've began collecting Blu-rays, and this is one of them. That is Hotel for Dogs. I have seen this film before. I was probably pretty young when I saw it the first time. I do remember enjoying it. Not sure how much it's going to hold up on a rewatch, but happy to finally take it off that upgrade list and add it to the collection. This next one is a 20th Century Fox Studio Classics pickup, and I'm always excited to add these to the collection. a great way to add some classic films to the collection. And this one is The Three Faces of Eve. And this might be the first thing that I watch out of this Hamilton book haul, honestly. The synopsis of this one just sounds really intriguing to me. And Joanne Woodward, the star of this film, brought home the Best Actress Oscar for her performance, and in which she plays a woman who has multiple personality disorder. So sounds really interesting, right up my alley. I love psychology and I love mental health being depicted in film well, so hopefully this one does that. But looks like a really interesting film, so looking forward to this one for sure. This next one is a Sundance Selects release. I love the Sundance Film Festival. I've gone to it several times. I miss going to it, but always on the lookout for Sundance films, and this one is called A Ballerina's Tale. Don't know anything about this one besides the fact that it was at Sundance, or it's a Sundance Selects release, so pretty much going into this one blind, but it looks intriguing. This one is a Canadian release. I do believe it has a Blu-ray in the US, just never got around to picking it up, but it looks like a pretty interesting sci-fi film, and that is The Machine. Always trying to bulk up the sci-fi collection, especially for Andrew's sake, because he loves sci-fi films, and yeah, this one looks pretty intriguing. This one I was surprised I didn't already have in the collection just based on the cast alone, and it's one I've heard about before and just have never seen, and that is Be Cool. As you can see from the cover here, you've got a really, really fantastic and stacked cast, so this is definitely one that I'm looking forward to checking out. And yet another Canadian release here. This one I don't believe has a US Blu-ray. Always on the lookout for those from Hamilton Book, and this one stars the great Nick Cage, and that is Kill Chain. I like watching Nick Cage movies. Even his worst movies are usually pretty entertaining, so this one will definitely be a fun one to watch, I'm sure. This one I feel like has been on Hamilton Book for quite some time. It's been available for quite a while, and I'm just now getting around to picking it up. And it stars Simon Baker and Winona Ryder, who I love, and that is Sex and Death 101. Another one I know very little about, but could be a decent watch. We'll see. Another Mill Creek release here, and this is worth picking up for the cast alone, which is Judge Reinhold, Fred Savage, and Swoosie Kurtz, and that is Vice Versa. This came out a few years ago. It's been pretty cheap since its release. I just haven't gotten around to picking it up, and decided to throw it in this order. I've never seen this movie before, but it looks like a lot of fun. And then from Screen Media we have Stray, another one that I picked up just looking at the cover. It just looked really interesting, and one that I would like, so pick that one up. Another Drafthouse Films release here, and that is Mood Indigo. This stars Audrey Tautou, or Tautou, however you say it, from Amelie, one of my favorite films of all time, so that drew me in alone. And it looks like a really intriguing watch. It has a really beautiful cover. I really like the colors on there. So yeah, Mood Indigo. Another one that just has an epic title that I just could not pass up, and that is Juan of the Dead. Seriously, can't go wrong with a title like that. And at the top it says it is a Focus World release, and I don't think I have any releases in my collection, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, that are Focus World. So definitely an intriguing one there. Juan of the Dead. This one was a really cheap horror pickup. I think this is only $2, which is the cheapest of the cheap on Hamilton Book, and that is 13, I guess is how you say it. It really technically says 13 teen, but I don't think that's what they were going for. But it says 7 meets Paranormal Activity. I highly doubt it will be anywhere near as good as either of those films, but for $2, I gotta add a horror film to the collection. This next one, I've been looking for this one for the collection for a while, mostly because I knew it had a slipcover, and I saw it for so cheap from Hamilton Book, I decided to just pull the trigger and see if it came with a slip, and unfortunately it did not, so I'll still have to track down that slipcover at some point. You know, slipcovers are my weakness, but that is Dark Tide. It's like a kind of like a shark thriller type movie with Halle Berry. Don't know much about it other than the fact it came with a slipcover, and now I have this naked copy for the collection. So if you guys have a slipcover that you guys don't want for this one, let me know. I will gladly take it off your hands. But yeah, The Dark Tide. And we have another Mill Creek double feature here, and that is The Trigger Effect and Body Count. Never heard of either of these films, but they both have pretty solid casts. In The Trigger Effect, you have Kyle MacLachlan, Elizabeth Shue, and Dermot Mulroney, 3 people I really like. And then Body Count has an even bigger cast, including David Caruso, John Leguizamo, Ving Rhames, Donnie Wahlberg, Forrest Whitaker. Definitely sounds interesting, so a double feature there. Can't go wrong with that. Then we have a Cinedigm release here, another one that looks pretty ridiculous, and that is Dead Ant. It stars Tom Arnold, who I haven't seen in quite some time. But yeah, this one looks like it could be fun. We will see. A Gravitas Ventures release here. Funny enough, this one was at the top of the box when I opened it, and I did not recognize the cover at all. I guess I ordered it and I just forgot about it. I don't know. This is a huge order, so I guess that could happen, but I thought that was kind of funny. And this one is called The Incantation, starring Dean Cain. Do not deny your true nature, it says. So this one could be good, could be terrible. We will see. I guess I could say that for most of these films, but yeah. The Incantation. So memorable, I forgot I even ordered it. Then we got a film with Sylvester Stallone here. Have not really heard much about this one before, surprisingly, and with, you know, Stallone in it, and that is Get Carter. Yeah, don't know much about this one, but always happy to add another Stallone film to the collection. He's just a super lovable guy. This one looks really stupid, honestly. We will see how it is, but that is Torque. Yeah, Ice Cube, Jay Hernandez, Martin Henderson. I don't know. This one looks like it's probably really stupid, really dumb, but we will see. Then going into the label stuff, again, I got a bunch of stuff from Olive Films and Martini Entertainment Slasher Video. I have a bunch of those to show you guys, so just keep on going here. This first one is Trashology. This one is it's a slasher video release. I keep these with the Olive Films. They're a subsidiary, I believe, of Olive Films. So this one is a fairly new film, I do believe. It came out in 2012, so should be interesting. Trashology. And this one falls under the Martini label, but it doesn't fall under the slasher video label, interestingly enough, and it's from 2013 and it is called The Deadliest Prey. Honestly, on first glance I thought this probably came out in the 70s or 80s, but apparently it came out in 2013, so we will see how this one is. And then going into the straight up Olive releases, this is another fairly recent film from 2013. It's called Hanadama, The Origin. Don't know too much about this one, but the cover alone really intrigues me. And then this is a 1984 film called The Ratings Game. This stars Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman, so that could be really interesting for that reason alone. Yeah, this one looks like fun. And then we have a film from 1971 called Such Good Friends. Honestly, at this point, I was pretty much just picking up any Olive release that sounded somewhat interesting to me, and so many of them were so cheap, like $6 or so, so really good deal for these Olive releases. This one came out in 1989 and has Dennis Hopper on the front, so could not pass it up for that reason, and that is Blood Red. Huge Dennis Hopper fan, so hopefully this one is good. Another one where the cast really drew me in, this is a 1990 film. I believe it's pronounced Chattahoochee, but it stars Gary Oldman and Dennis Hopper again, and Frances McDormand. Just way too good of a cast to pass that one up. This one is from 1947, looks to be a film noir film, and that is Appointment with Crime. Olive Films has a lot of film noir releases actually, and I think I own a couple, but haven't really watched enough film noir, to be honest. I definitely need to delve into film noir some more, so excited to add this one. Then we have from 1993, this has optional English subtitles, yet it doesn't say what language the audio is. But this one is called The Red Squirrel. And this one is from 1985, and that is Deja Vu. Really excited to add a lot of these catalog releases. I love 70s and 80s films, 90s films. Always looking forward to adding those to the collection. I have a lot of modern films, but always wanting to add some older stuff as well. So excited about these. And then from 2010 we have Parked. And then from 1995, starring Emma Thompson and Jonathan Pryce, we have Carrington. That cast intrigues me very much, and in fact when I was opening this package yesterday, Andrew said that he really wanted to see this one because he really likes both of them, so this one we will probably watch fairly soon. As always, if you guys have seen any of these, please drop your thoughts in the comments below. And then this one's from 2013. It looks like fun with John Leguizamo, and that is Fugly. It says it is an anti-romantic comedy, so this one could be a lot of fun. I really do like him, so we will see. And the last olive title I have here, picked this one up based on the cast alone, and that is Bill Pullman, Andie MacDowell, and Gabriel Byrne. 3 fantastic actors, and this is directed by none other than Wim Wenders, and that is The End of Violence. So probably the olive film title that I'm the most excited about. Really like Gabriel Byrne. I've come to really appreciate him ever since I saw him in Hereditary, but this looks like a pretty good film, so looking forward to this one for sure. And I have just a couple more label titles to show you guys. 2 from Shout Factory. First one is Bushido Man. I think this one was supposed to come with a slipcover, like it originally came with a slipcover and I didn't get it, but you never know what's going to happen when you're paying, you know, $5 or less for a title, so hopefully I can find the slipcover for that one day if it does have one, but it looks like a pretty intriguing film from Shout Factory. And then this one I mainly picked up for Andrew because I knew that this would be right up his alley, another Shout Factory release here, and that is Snow Time. This of course is an animated film. Andrew is a huge animation nut, so I was happy to add this to the collection, and I was really happy to see that it came with a slipcover. Super awesome on that one. And then lastly, I got 2 more titles from Twilight Time. I had said that I had bought pretty much all of the Twilight Time releases I wanted that they currently had on there, but I did find a couple more that sounded somewhat intriguing to me. And again, for how cheap you can get these Twilight Time titles, they're kind of a no-brainer. And this one I'm going to pronounce wrong, but this is The Children of Wang-Shi. This has a really great cast. You have Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Chow Yun-Fat, Michelle Yeoh, however you say it. I know I'm terrible at pronunciation, but this one looks really interesting. Not sure how I passed up on this one before, honestly. It looks like a pretty good film. And then the last film is a Japanese film from 2014, and that is called The Little House. Another Twilight Time for the collection. So really excited about these. Really excited about everything I was able to pick up from Hamilton Book. Again, they're an awesome website if you guys are looking to build up your collection or just find some great deals. Definitely check them out. I will link them in the description below. They do like monthly drops. I think they have a drop coming up pretty soon here in March of new titles, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Follow along on Blu-ray.com. Under the deals tab, there is a Hamilton Book forum where you can kind of talk about releases that they have available, and they will also post when the drops happen. The guy that runs Hamilton Book is really active on there, and he'll answer any questions you might have, including like, you know, does this title come with a slipcover? He will let you know. It's really awesome. But yeah, love Hamilton Book. I've been blabbering on long enough, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you like all things physical media and movies, because that's what we do here at Movie Buff Pain, so be sure to subscribe. We really do appreciate it. And also make sure you hit that bell to get notifications when we upload new videos. We've been doing a lot of videos lately and plan on continuing to do so. So make sure you don't miss any of our new videos as they come out. Thanks for your support as always, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.